Welcome to another episode of I Do Shop Talk. I'm Amber.
And I'm Ashley, and today we're talking about alterations with a special guest, Jess! Hi, my name's Ashley, owner of Studio I Do Bridals and Here and Now Bridals in Virginia Beach.
I'm Amber. I'm General Manager of Studio I Do Bridals.
And I'm Jess, and I'm the General Manager at Here and Now Bridal.
So we brought Jess in today as a special guest to talk about alterations, which are held at our Here and Now Bridal location because we have two amazing seamstresses who do all that work and the final touches for your special dress on your day.
Here at Studio I Do, we are a sample store, which means we have a wide range of sizes that you can try on. And it's not necessarily the size that you're going to order when it comes time to order your dress. We will take your measurements and order you a gown that is the closest size possible to you, to your size for your gown for your wedding day.
And the main difference between Studio I Do and Here and Now is while you can still try on a array of sizes at Here and Now, everything is sold off the rack. So really you could safely get a dress that's 1 to 2 sizes too big, and then we can alter it down to get that perfect fit for you.
Yeah, so today we're going to show you an example of a bride trying on a sample gown and kind of us giving her the visual of what her dress is going to look like on her wedding day. Just using tools, our bag of tricks is what Amber likes to call it, here in the studio and also at Here and Now on how we kind of give you the vision of what your dress is going to look like for your appointment, and then also talk you through some alterations that are common and how we show you what those final touches are going to look like for your special day. It helps you kind of solidify your dress purchase. So today we're going to show you a quick example. We have our model, our lovely Sarah, who's going to stand in as our bride today. Hey, Sarah. Hi. Great. Well, she's in one of our beautiful velour dresses, and we're just going to take a quick look at what a typical bride comes out of the dressing room looking like in a wedding dress. This is another reason why you should book an appointment, because we don't want you just coming in trying on dresses without a stylist, because we want to be here to show you exactly what a dress is going to look like in the best way possible for you and your body shape. So for Sarah, which is this lovely velour A-line gown she was interested in, and you can tell it's really big. This isn't fitting her well. This is typical. If she were to jump in this on her own and look at herself in a mirror, she would probably go, I don't really like this dress because it doesn't fit right. So we're here to make sure we give her the best vision for her gown. So like Amber, our little bag of tricks that we have, we're gonna show Sarah how this dress would be fit or altered if she were taking the sample. So typically we start just by taking a look at the neckline and the bust. So it was a little low, so the straps are really long, which is common, and probably 90% of brides need a strap adjustment if you have straps because they make them extra long for different heights. So if you're petite, you're gonna need more taken up than if you're taller, and you'll just need a little nip tuck. But already taking that up makes a big difference in Sarah's neckline. So we're gonna start by pinning that. And we have our pins here that we use. Sorry, it just takes a second. I always tell people from behind the curtain, it's taking a minute, we're perfecting the dress. And everyone's anticipation is like, whoa, what's going on back there? And they walk out and they're like, oh my gosh, it's stunning. But it's because we took the time to make it look great before we came out from behind the curtain and showed everyone how the dress is gonna look. Another thing we have is our lovely clips here. We don't clip all dresses when we're selling off the rack because we don't want to damage them, because our off the rack dresses could be your dress. So not all dresses are clipped at Here and Now Bridals, but here at the studio, because we have samples that we reorder from and we don't sell off the rack, we actually clip those, but we're really safe and we have the right kind of tools to do that. So I'm gonna clip this just a little bit on Sarah's waist so she can see when it's taken in or when she orders a size down or two what it's truly gonna look like. How's that feel, Sarah?
It's a lot better.
A lot better. So that's already showing you, one, what a dress truly is gonna look like on your wedding day. Now, Sarah, if she were ordering here at the studio, we would take her bust, waist, and hip measurements, like Amber said earlier, and we would find a size that's gonna best fit her based off those measurements from the designer size chart. So we go over that once Sarah's decided to get this gown. We order in a size that's gonna best fit her measurements. And then she may need little nips and tucks and alterations with our tailors to make it perfect for her wedding day, which we're gonna talk about with Jess here in just a bit. So we just went over an example of what it would look like to Sarah if she tried on a sample dress here at the studio and we were to order it in her size, how I would give her a look here before she ordered it in her size of what it would look like. But now I'm gonna turn it over to Jess, who is going to explain kind of what we do for Sarah. And she was actually taking this dress and having this particular gown altered down for her. So Jess, what will we do for Sarah?
Yeah, so pretty much almost the exact same alterations that someone would need while they order a dress can be done to an off-the-rack gown. Like I said earlier, we can safely take the dress down 1 to 2 sizes. Once it gets a little big, you just kind of risk the integrity of what the gown is originally supposed to look like.
Yeah, and this was about probably 2 sizes big
Yes.
as a sample on Sarah. So that'll kind of give you an idea of how much it can come down.
Yep, and like Ashley was saying, I'll just start with the straps. Straps are always just going to be a little loose on you just because they fluctuate for the right fit because not everyone is shaped the same. So they would just start by taking up the straps, and alterations typically cost between $300 to $600 with our seamstresses. So that includes pretty much almost everything from straps to taking in the waistline here, even down to the hem and the bustle.
Right, so you want to make sure you budget that when you're looking at your wedding gown budget and where you want to fall. Here at the studio, you're looking strictly at a price for a dress plus the add-on for alterations because they're not included in the purchase. So good to know.
Yes. So we would start by just looking at the straps, getting that pinned up for you, and just kind of walking you through, showing you exactly how these straps would fit once you get it adjusted here. And then if we want to turn,
We'll have you turn. I removed the clip so you can see how big it is.
yes, so it's quite loose here, and I'll flip that train out. So really, when we clip from the back, but actually seamstress will take it in from the sides here.
Yeah, so you won't lose any of this detailing, the
Exactly.
buttons, it's all going to be done under the arms, which is great.
Exactly. And then the most common question we get, I feel like, is what a bustle would look like.
Yes.
And bustles for our seamstresses, they come custom to every single dress, whether it's ordered or sold off the rack. So it's really just about personal preference.
I know a lot of brides, Jess, always are like, I don't want that thing coming out of my butt. So I will tell you,
it's prettier than that.
it's way prettier, and I will tell you, if you've seen any online Pinterest pics or just Google pics of bustles, don't even think for a minute you're gonna have fabric coming out of your behind.
Don't trust it.
During wedding. Don't trust it. Here, I think with Here and Now seamstresses, they design these impeccable bustles that look like they were made for the dress and they don't even exist. So
Yes.
you're in good hands with them.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
I would love
How would we bustle something like this?
So something like this, you probably have, I would bet on at least 2 layers. Not everything is sewn the whole way through the dress because you risk the dress ripping halfway through your wedding, which you don't want to have. No, exactly. So I'd start by kind of showing a nice little drape so you see all of these pretty details, and then what you do is they just kind of fan out.
And they
tuck
do
in.
multiple buttons, so it's not
Yes.
just one button up at the top. We have one hand to show because Jess only has the one hand here, but typically they're pulling up multiple layers and multiple buttons along a line of the gown. So it's all going to be designed nicely, so there's no extra line.
Exactly.
So it'll all be up. This way, Sarah, you can dance, boogie, and do everything you need to do without guests or yourself tripping on the
Exactly.
train.
And they use clear buttons so you don't see anything while you're walking down the aisle. And then for different dresses with more of like a crepe material, they do have the crepe buttons that are pretty much invisible on the dress as well.
Now, I know some brides always ask the question, how do I bustle my dress that day?
Yes.
So what do you suggest for those brides?
So we schedule a series of appointments, at least 3. And we recommend on the second appointment you bring a friend, whether it's a bridesmaid, your sister, your mom, and we walk you through the whole process, how to bustle it, how to unbustle it, how it's gonna look, how to fold in the layers, just to make sure you're not having that Pinterest.
It's a how-to session. So make sure you
Yes.
bring your mom or your maid of honor, and that at your final appointment or second appointment, the seamstress can show you how your bustle actually works, because all of them are a little different.
Yes.
So yeah, great. So I'm at you, turn around, Sarah. Now, so what about the payment for alterations? How does that work? When brides schedule their appointments, when do the seamstresses collect payment?
So we collect the payment in full on the first appointment, but there is no additional fees for your second or final unless you decide to add something at the last minute or change something.
Okay, great. So, and that's common or not common in alterations? All depends.
It's pretty common with our seamstresses. They're contracted in, so that's just why they collect the payment that way. But from what I've heard, it's pretty common for most seamstresses in the area. Another common question we get, besides the bustle, is how you're supposed to hem this gorgeous gown.
Okay.
So all of this lace that's used on all bridal gowns is called hem lace. And what our seamstresses do is they find the pattern, almost kind of like a puzzle, and they trim it out, but they save it, preserve it, and then put it up exactly to your height. So right now Sarah is just in her flat feet, but if you're wearing heels You come in with your heels on your first appointment and they match it exactly to the height of how you're going to be on your wedding day to make sure everything matches up and looks perfect and seamless.
Yep, and you actually, all of our brides, I don't think we've had one that has come back after a hem on a hem lace dress and say, I didn't like the way that was hemmed. You can tell where the line was. Our seamstresses are magicians, people.
Yes.
They do amazing work. It's magical. Literally, your dress looks like it was untouched and it came in that way for you. So just put faith into them. If you use our Here and Now tailors, they're gonna do an amazing job. You're not gonna see anything different from what you remember seeing the day you tried on your dress.
Yep. And remember, everything, all these gowns are cut for at least like between 5'9" and 5'11". So I know for short gals like me, a hem is a little intimidating. So when you come in for your second appointment, nothing is completely sewn on yet. They have it placed exactly where they think it should be, and then you can approve it. If you need to make changes, it's not like firmly locked in until your final appointment.
Yeah, and it's always good to have your shoes for those appointments to kind of, because that's going to dictate where your hem is going to be cut. So make sure you have your heels or no heels or flats, and you have those ready for your first and second fitting so that they can kind of confirm that it's perfect for you. Yeah, awesome. Well, I love that. And the thing is, I think here at the studio, we as buyers are really cautious to the materials we use in the dresses and what designers, I know some designers don't use hem lace. It is actually a fabric. And that's a little harder to alter, but we're very cautious when we buy those dresses because we want to make sure that it is alterable for our brides, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to need that length change. So yeah, we're really cautious about that. So I'm glad you touched on this one.
Yes.
Great. Well, thanks for Jess to come over and really explain alterations for us. And you know, we really hope it kind of helped you understand that when you walk into a store, it can be a little overwhelming and there's a lot of information thrown at you. This is just some really important information. It's going to help you feel a little bit calm and ready to come in, just focus on the dress itself, and then let our professional seamstresses handle fine-tuning it and making it perfect for your special day in alterations. So we really appreciate you coming over.
Yeah.
Please make sure to continue to tune into I Do Shop Talk week after week. If you have any questions for us, any subject matter that we haven't tapped on yet you want us to talk about, please comment below. Make sure to tell us what you want to hear, because that's what we're here for. We're here to educate you on anything and all things bridal. So we're really excited. We'll see you next week. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.